Hi guys, welcome to another Gearology Odds video. Today I'll be reviewing for you the Trangia 27 stove, both with the standard Metho burner and also with the gas conversion kit. So basically the whole package. Okay, so a little bit of history. I've had this stove now for about 2.5, 3 years. It's been my go-to stove ever since I've gotten it. Beforehand, I worked solely with a gas stove, the Optimus Crux stove. The reason I switched over to the Trangia, and I'll talk a little bit as I get this out in a sec. The reason I got the Trangia was I just love the idea of the Metho burner. It's clean, it's quiet, fuel is available everywhere, it's safe, and also the Metho stove doubles as a little bit of a survival tool. And once again, that's really what you want to have in your pack. Tools that will double up rather than just doing one purpose. They're always going to be multi-purpose. Okay, so anyway, this is the Trangia stove. You can get this cover for it, which I find is actually a must-have or a really valuable item, just because it keeps everything together. It keeps everything protected. You can see it's had a good amount of wear, and it really holds up. It's tough stuff. It protects the stove. It keeps the stove clean, and rather than buying or making one, this is just designed for it. And like I mentioned, anything that Trangia makes, it seems to last a lifetime. And there's no rips, there's no tears, but you can see how much it's suffered. I mean, I don't go easy on this thing at all. That's why I spend a bit of money on my gear, because you just don't want it to fail. Let's put the gas conversion stuff off to the side for now, and let's just have a look at the stove. So we'll open it up. Like I mentioned, this is the 27. So usually when I open it up when I'm out camping, this also doubles as a really nice tarp, let's say, to put on the ground, or a cloth to put on the ground, which will also keep all the gear that you're not using clean. Hygiene is extremely important in the field, so rather than just putting other bits and pieces on the ground in the dirt, this is again quite handy. So once again, it doubles up as something else. So this is how it comes. It does rattle a little bit. I mean, not special forces or anything like that. Once it's in your pack tucked away, it doesn't really make any noise. You can put extra stuff in there to make it a little bit quieter, but overall it's not too bad. I haven't had any problems. Nothing like, you're hiking along and it's going da 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 da. It's perfectly fine. The strap itself, which keeps everything together, is nice, sturdy. Haven't had any problems with it. Like I mentioned, I've had this for 2 years plus, and it's doing a really good job. So let's undo it through here. I'll show you how everything works on camera, and you just pull it open like so. I'll pop that off to the side. Cool. So first and foremost, you have the fry pan. I'll leave all the dimensions and volumes, what everything holds in the video, but I have used it a few times. It's a good size for one person. You can't really cook 2 people's worth of meals on there, but it's a good size. There's definitely fry pans which are a lot smaller, and they're really quite useless, but this is definitely getting towards the practical side of things. So I think they've done well with picking the size. It's a hard anodized non-stick fry pan, and honestly, it's good stuff. Not too hard to clean. This over here is an accessory that you can buy separately, just like with the bag. It's advertised really as a cutting board and also a strainer, so you have the holes over here. This gap here is for the handle. Again, it doubles up, it goes over the top, and it keeps everything inside and without falling over or falling out. And also it keeps the fry pan scratch free, so when you have the handle and all these little bits on the inside, you can imagine if the fry pan was sitting on top, potentially you're going to get little scratches and start to wear the surface. Whereas if you have this, again, we'll call it a strainer or a cutting board, because that's really what it is, on top, it really protects the fry pan. So once again, it doubles up, so it's quite good. Next up, you have The handle, really sturdy, really easy to use, no problems. So, you know, straight on the fry pan, grab, lift, and it's not going anywhere. It's definitely really secure. Once again, easy to let go of things. So, a great little bit of kit. I don't see this thing breaking at all. I mean, it's sturdy as you like. So there you go. Next up, what I have is a little bit of cloth. So just an old sock, you know, obviously wash and everything, but I use this just to clean, wipe down, and straight after I come back from the camping trip, you know, if it's not too worn out, I'll give it a wash and reuse it. You know, or just throw it out and use another old rag. But it also reduces the rattling out of everything. You can really put it in there quite nice and tight, and the whole kit won't rattle as much. Either way, there you go. Cool. Next up, you have the little kettle. Now, this is something which you can leave out of the gear when you go out camping. You can buy the Trangia sets without the kettle, but as you know, when you're cooking with Metho, it's not quite as fast as gases, and primarily the biggest thing I use the Trangia stove is to boil water. Now, this thing boils water quite fast. I'll do another video separately where we'll put some water in there and we'll time it, and I'll show you what that's like. I won't do it now to not make this video too long. But either way, the kettle. So now, once again, these things double up. So, well, you can see I use the kettle quite a fair bit. But once again, these things double up. What do we have inside? Okay, all the equipment for the stove itself. So we have the original bag, which the Trangia stove comes in, and from here, the burner itself. Once again, you can see, you know, this is kit I use. Not just going to buy it and review it. This is stuff I actually use. So I'll give you my honest opinion on it. You guys are pretty familiar probably with the Trangia. Biggest thing, the O-ring. Make sure you don't put it on when the Trangia stove is hot. But I'm not exactly reviewing the burner itself. I'm reviewing the whole kit, so I won't talk too much about this. Apart from the fact that, like everything that Trangia makes, it seems to be pretty bomb-proof. So never had to replace this. Don't think I will ever have to replace this. It's just a great bit of kit. The rubber O-ring is replaceable in case it does start to kind of dry out and not seal properly. Some people have had problems with leaks. Personally, I never have. I do tend to leave a little bit of fuel in there rather than tipping it back in the bottle or whatnot, and I've never had any leaks with it. But as a backup, that's why I keep it in this bag. And once again, trying to keep the inside of the kettle clean and hygienic. So if this, you know, hits dirt or something like that, trying to keep that kettle really, really clean. But anyway, there's the burner itself. Nice little bit of kit. Love it. What else do we have in here? I keep a scouring pad, so just go to your local store, buy some scouring pads, cut them up, chuck it in there. All the stuff is harder anodized. The non-stick, it's not very sticky, so I mean it's really, really easy to clean. Just really lightly scour with it with a bit of water, then use the sock to dry it out, and straight away it's clean. You don't have any dramas, but this is definitely a nice little bit of kit. Once again, it goes in the bag, so you know, because it tends to, little bits and pieces come out, and I don't really want that mixing inside the kettle. Lighter, nice and simple stuff. You can light it with sparks, you can light it with a flint, but I do carry a flint in my little survival pack. But in terms of lighting the Trangia, I mean, this is, you know, nice and easy. Why waste time? If you do run out of fuel again, it'll spark, or just use the flint. It will also light the Metho. So that's everything that's inside the kettle. All you need to get the burning going. What else do we have inside here? Well, let's put this out of the way. So now we get to the pots. The 27 comes with 2 pots. Okay, I don't remember off the top of my head what size they are. I might pop that in the video or just in the comments. Once again, bomb proof. As you can see, I use this one a little bit more. It is a slightly bigger one, so if I am going solo, I tend to just take the slightly bigger pot and put the kettle in there. When I go camping with my girlfriend, I'll take both the pots, so I can cook for her, she can eat, and I can cook mine straight away. So once again, really easy to carry 2 pots inside there, so it doubles up as a great 2-person stove rather than just a 1-person stove. This has been a massive benefit, and one of the reasons I brought this kit, because it's fantastic for 2-person camping. Alright, after this you have here the top of the stove and the windshield, and also the bottom. Now with the bottom, it's designed for both the the Metho burner and the gas burner. You have here the holes. Now in the manual it says to point the holes towards the wind, so if the wind's coming this way, we do not want it like that. We want it this direction, so the air's going to go in there, come up through these and help fuel the fire. Over here we have the hole for the gas conversion kit, which I will show you guys shortly. But what happens is pretty simple. You have these little bumps out here, and these little, so you can see on the video, these little grooves cut in, so you basically match them up. Okay, don't know if you can see them up. Match them up, give it a slight twist, and that's it. That's on, and that's definitely not coming off. After that, you pop the burner on the inside, so everything sits nice and easy, nice and neat. And if we get our little handle here, our little pot, okay, but on the inside, away you go. If you want to use the fry pan, once again, nice and easy. Okay, pops on like so. So look, oops, sorry, I will show you. Okay, here we go. That's the fry pan setup. Nice and easy, nice and quick, and once again, pretty much bomb-proof. I mean, it's hard to stuff up. Breaking it down, you just pretty much repeat the process. Now, like I mentioned, I'll show you the gas conversion kit. I know this video is getting a little bit long. I do want it to be reasonably thorough. But let's move on to the gas conversion kit. Now, first and foremost, the gas conversion kit comes in this little bag. This is pretty much the whole kit. The beautiful thing about this kit is when you break everything down, okay, I won't put everything back in, but let's say you put the kettle back in. Now, the Metho burner fits in the kettle with everything else, right? Well, guess what? Okay, with a bit of fiddling around, okay, more or less, so does the gas conversion kit. It sits, you can't get the whole thing in. I have gotten the whole thing in without the lid sitting up, but pretty much the whole thing fits in, and if you put everything back in, it'll actually sit in there perfectly fine. So you don't have to carry the gas conversion out of the kit. Everything will pack into the same kit, which once again I found it very, very, very well thought out and very, very handy. Okay, so let's put this back together. There we go. Let's have a look at the gas conversion kit. Actually, it's going to be a little bit easier when you set it up without putting together. So, okay. Once again, guys, solid construction, bomb proof, and really easy to set up and use. So the easiest way to do this is pretty much feed the gas tube through the opening, okay, then up through the little hole like so, and then pop this in here. Everything else sits on top exactly the same. Now, this is an extremely good burner. Like I mentioned, I used gas burners before. Most of my friends use gas burners. When the gas conversion kit is put together with the standard Trangia stove, it is absolutely unbeatable. I mean, the windshield on it, everything. Most burners, you know, they just basically sit on top of the gas bottle, so they're affected by wind and things like that. This thing heats water extremely fast, and the temperature control is amazing. You can really cook on this burner, and I will actually give you a quick demo so you can see what the burner is like. And it's super high quality. I mean, you know, braided line here. It's fantastic. I do use the burner when I'm going camping again with my girlfriend sometimes, when we can carry, especially car camping, when we can carry a little bit more and we're from the car and we really want to cook some proper food. This thing's fantastic. Now, most cheap burners, you'll be able to hear a gas coming out as you put it in. In saying that, I'm making the video, so it'll probably happen this time, but hopefully it'll work like every other time, and there's no gas escaping, and it is just a great quality burner. So let's screw this in. Give you a quick demo. See if you can hear any gas escaping. Okay. I don't know if you heard anything on the video, but I can assure you there was absolutely nothing coming out of that gas bottle. So where's my lighter? I might try it with, see what it's like with the lights out. Okay, so this might be a little bit easier for you to see. So one of the benefits of this thing is the temperature control is absolutely amazing. Alright, so there we have the gas. So we can turn it right up. Okay. And we can back it right off. Check this out. Okay. Right down to a tiny simmer. Alright, let's push our luck and go a little bit less. And that'll hold. That will not go down any less. That will not vary. I know with some cheaper stove, you know, it'll start to die down. I know my old Optimus Crux had that exact problem, but this is extremely stable. We'll see how low we can get it before it goes out. Alright, that really is tiny. You can see, you can really have fine temperature control with that. I'll straight away back up. Okay, and everything's being controlled right here, so the gas bottle can sit nice and away, and the temperature control is really easy. Rather than fiddling around with these little temperature control things next to the flame, everything's far away. Okay, cool. So there you have it, and obviously turning it off. Alright, pop the light back on. So that's it, guys. I'll spare you me putting everything back together again, but that's the Trangia 27 kit with the gas conversion as well as the Metho burner. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope you have found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Bye.